Okay, welcome back, We are back with Hypixel skyblock. Wow, that was so worthless. Okay, I don't know what we're doing. I think I was getting flex bone. No, foraging. Was I foraging? Yeah, I was. I forge. Because I remember, okay, all is left is... Wait, what is left? How many do I need? I need 15. We have 3, so we need 12. Build the bell, baby. Yeah. So that going to probably be the strat for right now. Is to basically get what I need here. The good news now, because we have... Now we can aim for this, which can give me more dust. I don't want you. Hey. Yeah, like, I want to talk about this because this... So, I've been... I got bored. I got too... I was watching the... One, two, three, four. Okay, cool. Nothing there. One, two, three, four, five, six. But I was watching the... I'm forgetting what I watch. Oh, cool, he here. I do. Okay. What? Yeah, but as I was saying, I was watching a little bit because I got bored. I got bored immediately after, so I watched some Dolan Darks. I think that's the channel. I watched the Slup. I watched Slup live, and it was like one of the dumbest things because if you don't know, he was talking about the Dean Withers thing, which if you don't know who Dean Wither is, Dean Wither, political guy, and everyone is every right when you're talking about the oh you, but like the interesting one I saw, because it was like it's like all of them being like, yeah, I'm not showing pity, I'm not showing. I'm like, dude, that cringe audience, like, you're not giving, like, he's doing this and he like it would sort of cringe on both sides, because I was watching like at least the Dean Withers side, his allegation, and that would cringier. That was even like the weird one I watched. I'll talk about this one. I watched I got 8 logs that were supposed to be mine. But I was watching the guy video. The guy and his whole thing was like, yeah, we're talking about the APR in Limbus, and it, like, I watched that. I watched because I'm like, okay, this is like, I should be informed. I hate both sides afterwards. It like they're like, okay. If it's this now where they're talking about like it's all this alongside what's saying, like, okay, this is definitely like some weird things. Like it would awkward, because of like the whole thing of like, yeah, I made the video. It literally, I made it. He downplaying. Here are all the thing. I got banned this month. They were fine with it for a month. Yeah. I literally upgraded the Google Docs because they're kids. Oh, and also all these streamers like are saying that, but they're all hypocrites. It's like a whole thing, and I'm like, dude, like, I'm not supporting APR because they're a scam charity. You could tell. Sorry, but like, dude, I would like, I knew a little bit from like at least the technical side, Tectone. Like, not because I even watch Tectone, because I don't like Tectone. I have to be clear on that before I say my statement. But like, when I was like watching that, because if you don't know, Tectone basically did that, say he was enjoying it, and like all this, I'm like, dude, this is literally Smash Bros community all over again. And literally what happened is all the people on the Smash Bros side, from my knowledge, literally became literally, this is not a joke. This is not me joking. I'm trying to be serious when I say this. Started downplaying all the things. Merely, I'll kind of explain. Basically, a while ago, Tectone was saying he gonna play Limbic Company, which the audience super left is like a weird political left wing in a weird way. It's based on something I noticed in a lot of games I play, where you're going to see a hero versus mentality, and a lot of streamers have that issue. Half of it because you have to be PR trained, and like, and like, you could tell, like, I will give this is my actual advice for anybody who is trying to make it big on platforms, you have to be PR trained. You can never survive YouTube and Twitch now not being PR trained. And it's like an evil thing. I told someone like that. Because I said, like, if you're not anymore, you are not going to make money. Like you got the new wave, which doesn't do that. And guess what? How many people actually like them? No one. But a lot of it is like, it's proper PR training. Like, you can't go in and start saying the guy evil, even though you want to believe that, and it because if you don't have evidence and all that. Another rule is basically when you're setting up events, you can't play politics. You can't play the political game, because when you start doing that, you're getting people who generally are in the new wave, which you're seeing, and literally it kills your events. It will just. But like, this is literally why I think APR are gonna fail, because you weren't treating it like an event, and I think that created a lot of issue people are going to point out. Is that AP has that issue, and again, I don't care, because like, generally I think AP is a oh, did I? Oh, cool, my woodpecker actually worked. Like, it's the same reason why I think like a lot of these charity events will pretty much never work anymore, and half of it is oh, just jumping left and jump. Yo. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you want to help me fight? You want to help me? Okay. Dude, you. Yeah, the reason why I was going for this. Wow, like. Alright, cool. Yeah, but as I was saying, if like it was sort of like if like yeah, if like I also don't like Faye because he like, and I'll say why. I'll say why because I don't like the whole entire. Dude. Okay, cool. Yeah, but as I was saying, like if like yeah, if like it wasn't anything unique and like the information that were being obfuscated, if like okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm happy I got that. I'm so happy I got a grizzly. I yeah, but no, as I was saying, like I was watching that and it was just cringe in my opinion. Game, I I hate. Yeah, but no, as I was saying, because the whole entire thing, in my opinion, is hey, it be, and I don't like, and hit content. I think they're like things you need. I want to point out. I disagree with. I think a lot of it is, yeah, you're trying to take credit, while like telling people not to, is sort of bad looks. And the thing is, and I know for a fact how the thing are, and I'll say, Faye kind of would doing because there are ways where you can kind of get away with not putting their information down. The issue becomes, and this is the issue, Faye never really, Limbic guy didn't talk about. And then my experience is when you're not in the center, companies know that, and when they ask why, and literally, what are you going to say? Like they generally get it generally like a not a good look for you or your company you work for because like it's what it shows, and this is important for anybody. I can't see. Yeah, like it's just a bad look. Oh wait. Dupe. Hidden Sun. What even is it that? Okay, the unique one. Yeah, but as I was saying, it's a bad look, and companies will see that, and especially if you're not taking credit, and like the excuse that you have to say, it's a PR nightmare, and most companies don't want to deal with that. But that's like my opinion on it. But like I saw that, I'm like, okay, cool, that not bad. Then if I get to it, hit other stuff, like, yeah, no, like. And I watched that, I'm like, okay, they're actually like one point that I think is. Cool. Now I made it to the treetops. All I need is one legendary so I can see about. Yeah, but one thing I do notice from my understanding of thing, it looks bad. If like also like his video would I knew in the free video. I knew in the free video I didn't want to make this, but there would you could tell that some of the that they are. I need to talk about community. I need to talk about the Smack community. It is the only way I could explain my point. Smack community had the issue, and this is when I was part of the Smash community, where it would definitely. Even now, I think it way worse than when it was like 10, like when I would there, which was probably about a couple years back. It would during a couple drama. I officially left during the Nairo. I definitely sort of took a back seat during the Nairo drama, which if you don't know, Nairo was a Smash Bros player who basically did an inappropriate thing, and a lot of Smash Bros player protected him. I basically stopped hanging out with Smash during that era, and I fully hated the community in the most recent time was the Panda Global. And that was only because I was sort of like engaged in there because of like sort of interesting. For anybody who don't know, Panda Global was a big company that basically you Smash Bros. And basically they got fully hate on. Then people found out that a lot of the issues that literally caused them to get hate was pretty much nothing. And it would, in fact, a company who wanted to keep a monopoly. And they destroyed a competing company who did Smash Bros. Tournament, and it was super bad. And the thing is that pretty much the guy, one of the people who defended Nairo, was Frey's boss. And I bring this up because when I bring that up to like people that like I don't like a lot of the YouTube content creators for legitimate reasons, I get labeled as like you get labeled as bad. Case in point, the reason why I do not like a lot of the what I like to call the super kid-friendly adult entertainers which I'll go with one of them, because one of them, if you don't know, it's a streamer named Drumsy, and I don't like Drumsy, and I think half of it is I sort of like I think half of it is like probably my Christian, not even my Christian upbringing. It's just logistics. It's also like thinking about more in depth now. But like Drumsy is like the perfect example of what I mean. I do not like him because of what I call their entertainment is, or I think old like Alpha when he did stuff is another example what I'm trying to say. For anybody who don't know, both of them were content creators who, in the nicest term, did young adult entertainment, but it was definitely catering to kids, and the range was like kid to young adults. That is important for my criticism of both of them. And the whole reason why I say my criticism is because Alfred is a better example of what I mean. The whole issue with him, and this is a general issue I have with streamers. We only need 10 more of these, by the way, so hopefully we could get that. Is they go with like the young entertainment, and then they do things that I genuinely think it's a terrible idea. Case in point, I could call out bad faith actors, and literally, Amaranth, and like they did a lot of event with like Amaranth. I'm like, yeah, like actually looking back on that like actually kind of bad, and it basically promoted a pipeline to like the OF model to young kids, and I think you should. Boom. Oh cool, I got him. What is a mirror? Sorry, I'm sacrifice prize. What's the mirror prize? Yeah, but it's literally an issue I have with content creating like that, and a lot of it is it like generally from what I've seen, it's a bad precedent to send. I didn't cut down a whole I hate this lobby. I'm trying to get my whole entire thing and get upgrades. Yeah, but it's an actual problem I realize is happening. And a lot of it is that a lot of the okay, and then we're gonna put the cheese away, we're gonna put you away, we're gonna put you away, we're gonna put you away. But the reason why I point this out is this is like an actual issue. I think it's generally happening with a lot of creators like that. Especially, I think it's going to happen way more in the Pogger community. It already happened pretty much, but I think they're going to be overriding it, and I think the V2ing community next. Which is, you're going to get a bunch of people who are I hate your root, dude. Let the people like me who do not want do a full route right now. Not do routes. I'm sorry. I'm happy that you're quicker. The issue is he sweats. And I knew there were going to be sweats after. Actually, I think he's Iron Man. I can't complain. I'll probably be doing this to practically fix my route. But what the issue I have is with it, I think we're going to generally see a new wave of Twitch streamers, the likes we never seen, and I think it's going to be one of the worst waves. And I think a lot of it going to go into how basically how Twitch is not handling it. It's a general issue I thought about, and I think I told someone about. And basically the issue is, and I realized this a little bit early, the big issue with like a bunch of Twitch streamers right at this very moment is almost all of them have like this oh wait, oh cool, I got the woodpecker. I could go here and break this and never touch that because it will automatically give me the but basically the issue we're going to see is new waves of Twitch streaming, and I think a lot of like the old waves, which we did see. I think it's going to create the worst thing to happen. And I think what it is with like and I'll kind of explain what I mean. I hate the root players. Dude, like, they hit all these trees, and like, this guy, like, going in, doing all that. And like, okay, cool. Yeah, but as I was saying, I think the new Twitch meta will be the anti-VTubing meta. And I think it's going to be 10 times worse. I think, I know for a fact that we're going to see the worst side of VTubing. And I don't think it will be like the people who generally like the community. What I think it will be is VTubing going to be set back another 10 years. And literally, and I generally think that going to be the case. Because a lot of the issues I actually notice is what I can sum up as the VTubing curse. And what I think will happen is you're going to get a bunch of bad faith actors. Are finally going to go in and basically hide the facts that they are basically hide the fact that, like, a lot of them are going to go into flesh tubing, and Twitch should, and half of it going to be because they know for a fact that VTubing is a good system back, and that it going to be bad. It going to be bad. What I think going to happen is, and I saw one tweet about where like people fully talking about it, and like one guy fully talking. It said like, "Oh, it because everyone woke." No, what I think will happen is, all the woke people will normally be in the community, and the way you basically stop them from doing their funny thing as they want to, and you just have to be like, we allow everyone, we don't care. If you're talking politics, we don't want you here at all. If you're saying like the wrong opinion or even the right one, you're kicked out. And that would, you really want to get, by the way, that would how you should treat your like anime and all that. If you generally want to know, you have to treat it like you can't proactively be like, it could be political and not modern politics. Sorry, but if your community, it going in and they're being like, oh, we support or not support, yeah, you have to go with the mindset that it is a terrible idea. It never helps. And almost all the people who will go with that really don't care about the hobby. And if they do, then they would accept that ultimately, if you're trying to make the hobby the best as it can be, removing anything politically based and charge is the only option you have to do in these small sections. By the way, literally advice I tell people when, because I was part of like philosophy communities, and that like they're old fashioned. No. By the way, old fashioned in the way that how it works. And I would told like the best way to do it, even if you're like you're in the like, even when you are going with that, is straight up, you have to go with the same way. It'd be like, yeah, okay, you could talk politics, you could be like woke, we don't care. I thought I saw some, yeah, with him. It was the guy who literally will make me not get legendary because he rooting this, and I can't complain because he probably grinded 5 days straight. Yeah, but no. But that like advice I will like tell people is, if when you go with that mindset, it helps you way more control your community. And you have to do it with streamers too, because a lot of them, they want to play like, oh, I'm picking the safe option. By the way, they learn these. I'm going straight up safe, why, and I know that for a fact. A lot of them learn like you have to go with the area with least resistance, and this is why like the issue with the like Dream SMP or like Minecraft community in general is a lot of them, and you proactively learn this. I'm not trying to be like, yo, yeah, this is you. No, you proactively learn this because when you like make videos and when you're doing that, you get, basically you learn that you can't stick up, and because half of the time when you stick up for anybody, it like, they go in, they're like, okay, you're picking this path, this is like the worst option, why are you doing this? Why are you supporting this guy? That guy's a bad dude. And this is like an actual thing I notice with like with at least a couple is, yeah, I'll get that after. Like it good to go for that because that could speed up my, at least one of my grinds for later on. Yeah, that guy need help. Yeah, now you made it longer. It's pointless to do that now. It literally is pointless. I have to like switch in like one of my good blades. Where is it? Where is my good? Where's my sword that I use? There it is. No worry, I got you. I got you. I got you, man. Yeah, but no, as I was saying, a lot of it, from what you learn, is not even like learn helplet. It's like you get straight told, you get punished for it, and you have to pick the path of least thing and like become more. And I have to explain YouTube guy things. Most of the time, even being a good guy and reporting on crimes will not give you good results. This is a dark truth. I have to say it a dark truth because it literally is a dark truth, and half of it because, oh wait, and most of it is how people like operate with it. The short term explanation, if you genuinely want, is 1, 2. So we got more points. I need a ton, and then afterwards we're going to do half full. I know that not the best route. Anything with speed is probably better. And hunting box. So we have that. We have the 2U. We have the groundhog. We have you. But it's sort of like how the YouTuber works. And I only know because I would told. I'll talk about how I know. I know from like unironically a editor, and from the information I was told, a lot of it was sort of interesting, but I was told how they kind of operate, because at the time I really liked the algorithm, and this was like in high school, where like I'm like, oh cool, the algorithm, it looks like a fun thing. You can meta break it. I generally like looking at things you can meta break, because that was like fun to me. No, no joke. The the meta breaking of it is like one of the most interesting things out there, because okay, because like you learn very quickly that you have to create audience retention, and if like a lot of it is like really interesting, and half of it is literally you do not have, like, the first thing you get told, if you don't have friends, because if you go with the mindset you have friends, you don't, because having that mindset is literally the worst idea out there. This is not me joking, by the way. The advice you get told is having friends. Okay, and then last one you, so it's just 7. That actually really cool, and I should also click on you, get my super safari, but to even explain it a bit more, the thing was, and this is where my thing comes from, did I not really, man, I'm losing time, I'm losing. As I was saying, the one thing you learn is you don't have friends, and the friends you do have, you'll never make content with. If the one thing you also learn in a startup, funny enough, is you get straight told, and this is like something I learned, is you should never start a startup with your homies, because you need to separate work and business. I just want more. I like how we can go for grizzly in here. Yeah, but as I was saying, did I not get it? Yeah, but as I was saying, you never do that because most of the time when people do that, you get like really, you get issues. And that may be nice. Mainly the issue you get are hyper. They're sort of like, once you know what they are, one, two, three. Sorry, I hate, for example, you get to know that. You get to know that basically if people are going, this is like another advice. This is actually advice I got. I didn't get it there. I got this one in college because I was talking to someone and they ran like they were like, I think, a manager for a company. And I asked them, and like the one thing they gave me, this is like actual like this for me. They're like, if someone is going ideologic, never, even if you're like the same political belief as them, they will straight up tell you never work with them. Case in point, there is a reason why. I'm trying to think of a good one that not political. Okay, there is a reason why, like, oh cool, we got 189. That actually what I really wanted. And half of it is when they start going with that. And this, okay, I'll try to explain it with by sounding pretty. When you go with like people who go with political, even if they have like small opinion, they're oftentimes considered red flags. Red flag people are oftentimes, if you are in entertainment, you do not want in your group. The big reason is when they start going with that, almost always they're going to make your brand, if you are not worried about brand safety, more damage. Because even, let's say like the limit one, well, okay, you ban a guy from your APR for being right-wing coded. Okay, so say like there's a guy who is not right-wing, but it appeared right-wing coded. Let's say because he had a Texan drawl, something stereotypical. Boom. Okay, cool. You got that. Now, big YouTubers who do not want to handle that, and ultimately know that in a PR sense, that it's bad, guess what? They won't work with you because even though you guys have the same politics, guess what? It's bad. And even then, even if you go with the safety that, oh hey, this is like good because politically speaking, people Should not do that. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? This is even the funnier part that everyone will never talk about. Best case, best case, best case scenario. You want to hear the best case scenario? You want to hear the best case scenario? Best case scenario, which is that people find it obnoxious and will not hang out. Worst case scenario is literally, by the way, what is why people really don't like political. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Dude. Okay, cool. I don't care. I'll just... Yeah, but this is sort of the reason why people who go with the idea... Like, it also why, like, if you're ever know actors... one reason why they say that they can't get roles is because they're too much like a red flag. Even progressives, and this is like a thing, like this is a Hollywood fact. This is what happened when I know one Hollywood star. You get told like the one small fact that like, and it's straight up what they tell you is, yeah, you ever do that in Hollywood, you're not. And literally you get told that if you do that, you make yourself like unemployable. It's the same thing with jobs. And I'm saying on both sides, by the way. I'm not saying like, oh, if you're left wing or right wing, this is like a literal job issue. Like, it's basically a red flag on both sides, and only way you could stop that, I'm yapping so much. I'm so tired of yapping about the issue I saw in that video, which is, cool, you did disenfranchise half like the people who are willing to watch you. Oh, you don't care? Okay, other half leaves now, because even though like a lot, like here's the other reason. Okay, so let's say you disavow one side of your community. Let's say left wing. Guess what? Here's the best part. Here's the best part. Remember how I said, I'm not going for the Grizzly. How you lose, like, I'll say even an estimated amount, because I'm being generous here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, but as I was saying, the one thing, and this is like an actual scary fact, every time you do that switch, and it's unnatural, guess how many audience percentage you lose in a marketing sense. On a weird average, you lose, and this is where the funny thing, you lose over 50. And this is who you lose. Let's say you have 3 categories of people who watch your content, which is right, left, and moderates. When you disavow someone, you lose 60, automatically 60, because you lose moderates. And you may be asking, oh, but I don't care about moderate. Well, you should, because... Oh, cool. Because remember how I like how I'm... Oh, we're not getting the 25% boost. I really want to say something. I don't want to be but not even that. Here's the best part about... Okay, how many? 1, 2. I have 3. We only need, I think, 4 more. Here's like the... So we need 3 more. Man. Yeah, but here's like the most interesting part. Dude, I'm so happy I got this at level 100. But this is sort of the reason why even when you not even talk about, you lose... Okay, as I was saying before, I had to do more grizzly. So, as I was saying, now you may be wondering... Oh yeah, well, mathematically speaking, you may be... You 50. No, the estimated amount that I theorize is around 70. Or like 70-ish. And what, not even 70, like 60. If like, I think if like, if like, let's say it's, let's say like the maximum amount you can lose, each side is, let's say 25 each. Again, they're currently 4 sides. There is left, right, moderates, and non-affiliated. So people you lose, depending on how serious it is, you could lose 25% of of one, 5%, 10% of the other, and let's say 5. This is all rough, easy to comprehend numbers. It's way more complex, but you're going to lose 40. And the reason why, it mainly most of the time, if you kind of even if you can kind of think why, it's sort of obvious after a bit. Simple explanation is, when it happens, it basically making a weird effect on, and 40, and the math for it is you lose every single person on that side, not always, but it, like, probably, let's say 20% of how much, so it'll be probably only a 5 or 10% retention rate. Cool. We can get more, we can get more, we can get so much more, and then I could be done, and then I don't have to do this grind anymore, because the grind is so awful and I hate it. And which, by the way, when I'm saying that, is easy to comprehend numbers. No. Okay, cool. And we'll go with all the one I need. So we have let's see how many I have. I have 3. We're almost at 4. And boom, 6, 7, and I should have like about over 100. I'm going kind of play slow for the remaining amount of 15 minutes, because right now I could get that. What else can I get? Not you. 1, 2. Okay. Cool. And skyblock hub. Now, because we got this, we can just get the 1 health and go for that for 15 mil. Now, while we're here, I'm so happy that we're doing this. I need... Boom, 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 boom. So 3 is just that with 75. I should do livid. I have so much to do. I unironically have so much to do for this one grind. We're... What is the next fishing? Bonus fishing starting to... I really don't want... What's happening? Hoppity. Let me go here. Let me plot the... So 2 more rabbits. So we got that. And... And we're about to get a... Wait, how much chocolate do I have? Oh, yeah. I forgot. I can only make a couple. The pepper. Oh, wait. I should do that. I should do that grind. Hold on. Not Mafia. Not you. Mafia is a good one to do as temporary. How many do I need? I need 61 and the max of 2.5% increase, which is a good thing to aim for. I think we're going to do that for... Especially because it does in fact increase my odds of this going well. And just to show you, like, getting a massive boost on this, getting a massive boost on my groundhog is another one, because I only need 1 more groundhog. Yeah, I have honey, right? I have honeybees, so it doesn't matter. I don't have it. Okay. Okay, cool. And I have to go for Pingu. So I can get... So I could get you up. That will probably be my run for right now, is to get the Pingu one, the non-Pingu one, the sleep deprived one. Because going for that is good. I'd rather see if I can get the more bunnies, more. Especially for both experiences. Get him off. Okay, cool. So now, get what we got. We got 1 full max one, and not only that, we could just aim for more of the bind that literally will only provide one thing, nothing else. I do want to know what's down here. What is this? This is like a giant boss arena. What's this? Hooded cultist. You know what? I'm gonna try something. We're gonna try. I should have this in my island. Do I, or do I not? And I've been mining. Special, no. Is it? No, not foraging. Not fishing. The good news is, the remaining 15 grinds will just be going for at least the... Oh, which one did I... Oh, I only got that one. So we only have good water, stingray, and get a booster, which the booster one going to be annoying to get. Because that just equals one of one item I do not have, and the good news is, Cool G, dude, level 600, dude, there are a bunch of level 600s here. I mean, hopefully this works, because the idea is that with like the 2.5% in our thing to aim for, we could hypothetically go for all these. Like, that was weird, like... Like, they didn't acknowledge my presence. Could it be... I'm too I think it has something to do with me not having a hood. There's one thing I want to try. Yeah. Okay, good thing I'm not at the forge. That would be been bad. I want to try one thing. And we have to go near the forge, but not in the forge. There's one thing I want to check. I should do that, but I won't. Okay, 1, 2, 3. The Great Cliff. At night, my friend holds a secret. I wish I had my quick teleportation. Where is it? Where's the thing I'm looking for? Okay, Secret Starborn Hypixel. Okay, Cliffside Vein, which
Did you know that?
I have to. I thought I did this. Okay, so that word is what do I get? Man, I need to figure out what that is. Like, you can't, like, that's a weird thing. Hold on, let me go grab this. Boom. Like, oh, like you could go in here and then like, oh, cool. Like it literally just in here and then there's that. Hold on. See that, and then like you could show. The hood. Okay. This seems like an important area. I don't know what it's used, except for like the candles. Wait. Let me try something. Let me If this work, I'm gonna be so mad. This is probably the only one. I want to see what this does. It's a repel candle. Repel. 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 See, what? See, they're weird. What? What is it doing? Well, you see that, right? But you see that, right? That weird, right? See? Wait, is it pointing me somewhere? But you see that, right? Dude, this is like the... Wait. Dude, if it doesn't work... I don't... Wait, that weird. See? That weird. Hold on, I'm gonna repost that. I think that is funny. Hold on. I don't know. Yeah, okay. So, this is a cool thing. There are like certain blocks in here that like breaks. And it looks interesting. There are people here. I don't know what you need for that. The cool thing though is there are certain blocks. I think I'm forgetting which one. I know there. I think there are a couple around here because I found a couple. Yeah, okay. There's one right there, and then the next. So like, there's certain blocks that you could do. There, I think a couple right there. I think they despawn. But I'm using this. I checked in here. I didn't see any that do it. I think the requirement is it is only a 2 in a row. And I don't know if there are any others. Yeah, I just wanted to show you that they're like you could pretty much to do that. I haven't checked if one of these are like it way more obvious than like these. Yeah, okay. I'm like I'm talking because I don't know what to say. Like I found like new pointless glitch to find. I'm putting that on. I want to put that on the forum. I'm gonna send that to myself, but at least put it on the forum because I think that way more interesting that these blocks breaks. And like okay, cool. Who fear doesn't acknowledge you? I'm out being you. Oh, jute. I don't know. We're going to end. Dude, my brain shut off that I found that. Like, only reason because I got hit the block. Yeah, okay. I'm going to end stream. I really want to put down the form, or I really want to put a video, and then because that like big, that certain blocks are breaking, and I think how it works is it definitely a hanging block around a couple other blocks that are that like either air in that, and they're forced to, because that's the only requirement I think it. But besides that, where I think some of them may have been. Let's switch my gear to you. I want to see if. What if I have a. Wait, I want to try one thing. I just want to see if this works. If it doesn't, I'm going to laugh. Not my super bombs. Where am I? No. No. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Thought it would be that. It wasn't. But I'm going because I think that this glitch, I don't know. This is weird, like the hooded cultist spinning around, not acknowledging you. I think it's going to be used for something, and I think this is going to probably be a spider, because I could see it where this is like a summoning thing, like, or like you have to fight a mob in here, because I see it. Like, you have the teleportation right here, you have some of the item up there, and basically you have enough room right there for pure combat. Oh, I wanted to get up here beforehand. I just want to see. I mean, even like this is enough probably for a combat, and I think you will fight them. Yeah, but with that, I'm ending stream. See